Alright, hello guys, this is Venom, and we are back for some more Power World. Today we're going to be going over some excellent pals to have around your base that will not get off task. I've tried to record this about 3 times, but I keep trying to do it perfectly and messing up, so I'm going to do it a bit more relaxed, so I'm not too tensed up to do this. So there is an issue right now with Power World with again, early access, so we know there's going to be issues, but there's an issue right now with some of the AI pathing and the pals not necessarily staying on the task they're supposed to. So I have found a few pals that will actually stay on the task you want them to because they're only good at one thing. They only have one affinity, and that affinity they will stay on, and you can find all these pals early game, okay? So these are all pals I'm going to show you real quick that will stay on what you want them to. They're all early game teams. They may not be the best in class for what it is they're going to do, but they will actually do what you want them to do and stay on that, okay? So the first one is going to be the Rubby. The Rubby is excellent at kindling. That is all they do. Again, all a Rubby can do is kindling. We can check the pal deck here. You can see where you find them. You can be found in the starting areas in the northwest. A little bit north. Sorry. I'm using keyboard and controller right now to just mess things up. So you can find Rubies here northeast of the starting area. This is the official starting area right here. But on a server, you can spawn in a number of locations. So on single player, you start here. But on a server, you can kind of start in these areas, this area, and this area. So the northeast is the actual starting area. When I say starting zone, I mean that starting tower is where you're going to find Rubies at. Again, they only do the one thing, so they're going to be excellent at keeping your kindling going. So keeping your fire going, keeping your ingots melted. They're going to stick on task. The only time any of these guys are going to get off task is if A, they have to eat, B, they have to go to sleep, or C, your base gets raided. Those are the only times that they are going to get off task, but pretty much all pals do that anyway. So it's going to be perfect to keep your base going. Alright, next up for watering, we have got the Celr. Now technically, Celr is good at both watering and picking up items. If they're picking up items, that's pretty okay for something that takes watering. But yeah, Celr is a watering pal. He will just do watering stuff. So if you need, for example, a water for the crusher, you need some for your farms over here, grab a couple of Celrs, they will stay on that task. Especially if it's helping with crops, they will water and then they will actually pick up that crop afterwards too, and they're not going to run off and like try to craft items or try to do anything else crazy. So Celr is going to be an excellent water pal for all your watering needs. And you can see here's where Celr spawns at. You can find them north of the starting area. You can find them all on the beach northeast of the starting area. So you can find Celr pretty much all over the beaches in these starting areas. Next up for planting, we've actually got Capardi. I actually thought about this one for a while, but Capardi has not only got 2 in planting, it's also can create its own berries because they can actually go in a stable as well. So not only can it plant to help you guys grow your berries or wheat or whatever else you're planting, it can also give you berries as long as you keep it full. So keep it fed, it will produce berries while it's in the stable. So Capardi is going to be an excellent planter for you guys, and as a bonus, it's got 2 stages of planting, so level 2 planting. And here we see Capardi can also be caught in the northwest of the starting area, well west of the starting area, or all on this island northeast of the starting area. So again, for servers, you can just spawn right in there, but all these are areas around the starting zones that you can get Capardis at. Now, they are a little bit bulky when you take them down, so kind of be ready for a fight. But like I said, they are definitely worth it for any of your food needs. They're going to make you berries, and they're going to plant whatever seeds you need planted. Next up, for electricity generation, we have got the Jote Hog. And the Jote Hog is actually going to be used for 2 different things because it's got 2 forms. We've got the Jote Hog and we've got the Jote Hog Crest, the ice type of it. So the Jote Hog, I will show you where to find it in the pal deck. So the Jote Hog is on the west side of the starting area. Again, go across the bridge, go all the way west. You'll find Jote Hogs in that area. Jote Hog Crest, we're going to go ahead and skip to the ice type, cannot be found in the wild. They've got to be bred or they've got to be captured or freed from those encampments. So the Jote Hog is going to be great for energy generation. The Jote Hog Crest, the ice type, is right here, is going to be great for your refrigeration needs. So again, this one either has to be bred or you've got to find this one in those encampments and free them. So the Jote Hog is going to be good for 2 different things depending on which version you got. So try to get both. You're going to want to get the electric one and you want to get the ice one. So you can see this one is keeping my fridge cool. He is a happy little guy and I love him. I don't use anything else to keep my fridge cool. He is all I need. Now, next up, we have got the best crafter in the game. Again, I know I said that this was going to be not necessarily the best in slot for these things. However, Anubis is going to be a very easy early game breed that you can do. It's going to take a little bit, but this one is definitely worth getting all your resources together because this bad boy has got the highest crafting in the game. It's got level 3 mining and level 2 carrying. So you're going to want to go ahead and get yourself Anubis. You can get yourself many of them. I've actually got a lot of them I put out in my base. I usually got about 5 of them around because I have them constantly mining stone. You see how much stone I got here? I've got them constantly mining stone. They do all my crafting projects, and they kind of carry things around. But to get Anubis, if you happen to look on the map or have seen them, the Anubis you find out in the world is level 47. Right here you can see him, the one walking around, level 47. You also cannot find him out in the wild anywhere else. I'll show you his PAL deck entry. You can see he is not found anywhere else. So the only place you can get him is either A, fight to level 47 and capture him, or B, breed him. However, there is a good early game breeding combination you can get with early-ish game, level 20 or so, PALs to get this bad boy. What you're going to need, you're going to need to get the Chillet. You can see it here on my actual map where I've got all the bosses listed I've found so far. There is a Chillet that is level 11 just northwest of the starting area. You're going to want to capture that bad boy. Now, this is going to be the hard part of this, but it's going to be totally worth it. There is a Quivern way northwest up here. You can see it's quite a bit up here, but there's a Quivern up here that is level 23. If you're able to capture that, and each one is a different sex, you can breed them together, those two together will make Anubis, okay? I say again, getting a Quivern and getting the Chillet will breed together into Anubis. I know it makes no sense, two dragons, but the way that there's a breeding chart out that I'll show you guys on another video. I want to make sure I can credit who actually made it because I didn't make it. I just found it, but I want to make sure I actually know who made it so I can credit it appropriately. But there is a breeding chart, and yes, this combination makes Anubis. So you will have the Quiver and the Chillet together, make Anubis. You can see you saw on my map that you cannot find these bad boys. You can see how many Anubises I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. So I've currently got 7 Anubises at least right now, just from breeding. You can also see I've got some Astegons as well. Again, all from breeding. Turns out breeding is really OP in the game, but it is what it is. So like I said, Anubis is going to be your absolute best crafter. It is going to take a bit to get because you're going to need to get cake for breeding. If you don't know how to breed, go ahead and check out another video about that. I don't know if I'm going to make a breeding guide, but basically all you need to breed is to make a breeding pen. You're going to pick up and toss in the 2 that you want to breed, and then you're going to put some cake into this box right here, okay? Now, cake, I believe you need, let me go here and look at the ingredients. I believe it's berries, honey, what else in here? Here we go. It's flour, red berries, milk, egg, and honey, okay? In fact, I'm going to go ahead and make some more now. So those ingredients will make cake. They cook very slowly. Breeding is very slow. However, again, I cannot stress just how awesome Anubis is. Next up, for your harvester, you're going to want to get yourself a Heucrates or 2. Again, these bad boys are around the starting area, but this bad boy has level 1 harvesting and can be found pretty much anywhere, but only at night. You cannot find them during the day. You can see right here, they're not active during the day. You can only find them at night, but they are all over everywhere. And every starting area you go to, you're going to find these bad boys all over. They're going to be your harvester of choice. Next up for your logging, you're going to want X deer. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong, but that deer that is annoying that you find everywhere, X deer is going to be your logger. Now, X deer actually has level 2 logging, and again can be found in the starting areas. You can see just northwest of the starting area, the starting tower, or pretty much all over every starting area. You can find X deer all over the place. So go ahead and pick up 1 or 2 of those. Those are going to be your loggers. Now, for your medicine, I've not really found a good PAL that only does medicine that you can get early level. Philbat you can actually find inside caves around level 19 or so caves. I have found some Philbats in there. There's also a Philbat boss that is level 23. I can actually show you on the map where you can get that bad boy at. If you're able to get the Quivern, then you can also take out the Philbat as well. You can see him, he is right here on the map. He is the northwest portion. He is level 23. He is also in a starting area. That's really going to be your best bet for early game medicine creation. I usually don't need to make medicine in mass, and it usually goes quick enough that I can make it without too much of a problem. But if you want to go ahead and have a PAL dedicated to just doing that, I think Philbat's going to be your best bet on that one. And like I said, the easiest one to guaranteed to be found is going to be that boss one. And like I said, Anubis is also going to take care of your transporting and your mining. So those are going to be all taken care of by that one pal. You're probably going to want to make several Anubises just because you're going to run into that issue to where if you've got Anubis and you've got out a mining station there, they're going to want to go over there and mine that, even though you may want some items to be crafted. So it's probably best to go ahead and make yourself like 6 or so Anubises because they are going to be definitely needed. I'd say if you're going to have any kind of manufacturing going on, if you're going to have anything, if you're going to go ahead and have the mining area while you got all your production, I'd say probably go ahead and get yourself 7 Anubises or so. 2 to 3 will be mining at all times. The rest will either be carrying items for you or they will be crafting for you. So that would be my recommendation as far as how many to get. So, and yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for today. That's going to do it. Those are all the easiest early game pals you can get that are going to keep your base running. Now, again, most of these are not going to be like level 2 or 3 and as far as what they do. There are plenty that are. I'll show you kind of some mid to late game ones in a later video. I don't know when I'm going to get to that. I want to get to level 50 before I say anything definitive as far as, you know, what the best pets are, what you want to get. I will say again, these are all early game pets you can get to keep your base running. It may not be the most efficient or quickest, but they will at least stay on task. Now, again, all this is going to make, it's not going to matter whatsoever once the developers fix the pathing, because again, once you throw a pal at a machine, they're supposed to just stick to that machine. Now, I don't know if it's working correctly and they just stop when that machine is done. However, as far as I know, once you throw them in that machine, they should just stay there whether you're making something or not. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to work or not. Either way, we will see. If they do get this fixed in the future, then all this is going to mean nothing once you're past the early game anyway. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Again, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like. If you want to see more Power World content, or want to see anything, you want to see me make any kind of specific content for Power World, let me know. Again, next week we're going to go back to making some additional stuff for my basic build series, as well as the Kindergarten series for Destiny 2. In the meantime, we are going to be doing some more Power World. It's been kind of a nice break from doing Destiny 2 stuff for a while, having a nice new game to play that is quite frankly just amazing to play. I mean, even though I played games like this before, so I can kind of see where there's a hard stop as far as stuff to do. In the meantime, it's still very, very fun to play, and that stop is a ways away. So, I mean, I played Ark for years and still would log on and have plenty of stuff to do in there. So, I see this going very much the same way. And going off of the roadmap that the devs have put out, I can see this going on for a very long time. Us having a lot to do in the game. So, that'll do it for today, guys. Thank you for coming by, and I will see you later.